This is going to be the first spot where we divide and split, because I am going to go against probably what I've done the last few years. And because I have been the one picking Gonzaga the last 2 years and have been wrong every time. So you know what? I need to stick with my alma mater, because you know what? This St. Mary's team, if Gonzaga doesn't have Tyon Grant Foster, this team does end up being very different. Now, of course, we don't know what's going to happen with the injunction on Thursday. We will see what happens there. But if I look at now because I had obviously some big questions about what St. Mary's is going to be. But after the exhibition on Saturday against Arizona, even though St. Mary's lost that one 81-68, there were some positive things. Joshua Dent, I think became very clearly, looked like someone who was ready to fill the point guard role. He had a team high 14 points. He did have some unfortunate turnovers, some silly turnovers, unforced ones that he's going to have to clean that up, but there's time to do that. If you look at what they were going to do at the 3, Dylan Shaw looks really good in that offense. I think we're going to see a lot from him in this version of this St. Mary's squad. And then Tony Duckett, I thought, looked really good as well. And I don't think there's going to be huge expectations for him, but that's someone who is going to get you buckets. And that's something that St. Mary's has needed. They needed someone who can create their own shot, be able to find different ways to score, because when you look at that roster, that was something they needed a little bit more of from this past season. And also they're going to shoot threes better than they did a year ago. I know that was not going to be hard to do based on how bad they were a year ago, but they're going to be a better 3-point shooting team. And I think that that's something that they've needed. And defense is going to be a challenge, but they have time. And I think that's the one thing that St. Mary's is going to benefit from, is the fact that they can work out November and December. And by the time we get to conference play around the new year, I think they'll be a little bit more, they'll be ready. And then of course they don't have to see Gonzaga until the end of January. So they'll have plenty of time to get ready for the Zags and what those matchups are going to be, because we know that's really kind of like the flip of what this conference is going to be, is what these two do against each other. And I'm sure that these last two matchups are going to be classics